Hello, Commander.
So sorry, I gotta kind of keep it down a little bit this time as well. Everyone is asleep, and I am staying up because, as the old saying goes, sleep is for the weak anyway. So, I wanted to kind of just spend a couple minutes just looking into the Bear Clan. As you guys know, I said I'd make a video about it because there's a few things that I just kind of, I thought about that, wanted to address, honestly, basically, because the clan itself, in my opinion, the Bear Clan has a solid idea, but there is work that needs to be done. So let's break this down into quick little sections. So the first section, I want to give you guys the general feel or gameplay aspect of the Bear Clan. And what I mean by that is basically, how do they feel when you play them? For example, when you look at the Wolf Clan, you know, they're very fast-paced, they're aggressive, you're usually out and about on the map trying to be, you know, a wolf. The Goat Clan, for example, is a little bit more steady, you know, progressive, perpetually increasing, you know, bettering themselves, but really not being overly aggressive. You know, they'll clear tiles, they'll take tiles, and then they'll secure those, and then, you know, at that point they'll either be going for the win or the trade victory, and that'll be the Goat Clan. The Bear does not do that. Just starting with the gameplay alone, a lot of times I feel like they're always like they're like one or two tiles away from being healthy. They never feel like they have enough food to really sustain themselves. And what I mean by that is, you know, when you have the ability like Winter Festival and Hibernation, it just doesn't feel like it's enough to really keep you consistent. So, you know, for example, with the goats, you have amenities, you know, you have the sheepfold, you have a lot of ways to keep your food production high. You know, with the Stag Clan, you have eradication, which gives you bonus happiness for food silos, so it kind of incentivizes you to, you know, build lots of food silos and, you know, build them everywhere, and, you know, any and everywhere, so whenever you have a food tile, boom, food silo, you know, instantly, you know. With the Bear Clan and most other clans, obviously you want to build those food silos, but it's not as heavily incentivized. So like with the Wolf Clan, you know, you do want to build food silos, but you also want to be trying to take land, or, you know, attacking neutral tiles. With the Bears, you have food silos, and there's nothing else. You know, there's no other, this is how I'm also going to get food. And we'll talk about the harpoons in a minute, but the harpoons doesn't do it. And again, we'll talk about that. So in my opinion, I see the Bear Clan as more of like a support, almost secondary class. And what I mean by that is, if you're looking at a 1v1 situation, you don't want to take the Bear. At least in their current standing. They don't have the damage output potential or the just general hardiness. So like when I think of a 1v1 clan, I think of the wolf, I think of the stag, I think of the goat especially. But I don't think the bear or the raven. And I say that because the Bear Clan, in my opinion, is more of a, you know, when you think of a team game, you think of, you want to have like a wolf, you want to have a goat, and then you maybe want to have a bear. And that's at least how the military feels. And what I mean by that is, you know, you already have the Shield Maiden, and then you have, what is it? It's Shield Mastery, which gives you a cost less for your shield bearers and a 20% resistance or HP buff for your shield bearers. So essentially, you're going to be, at least what the game is trying to have you do, is it wants you to produce a lot of shield bearers. To at least, I think the reasoning or the thought process of having more shield bearers, it counters the axe thrower meta, which it does technically, but it doesn't. And the reason for that is because a shield bearer is a melee unit, an axe thrower is a ranged unit. Axe throwers can kite shield bearers, you know, it doesn't matter how many shield bearers you have, as long as the axe thrower commander, or the war chief, whatever you want to call him, has any idea of kiting and micro, the shield bearers will never be able to engage. And especially if those axe throwers are a wolf clan, you're going to be taking even bonus health damage, and you're going to have to go through a berserker before you can go through the axe throwers, which again buys the axe throwers on the wolf clan more time to deal damage. So, you know, it's not going to be something that you can really produce a whole army of shield bearers and then just bum rush the wolf clan. You know, I see them as something, at least from my thought process at least, is that you're going to be seeing more of like, you'll have a wolf clan, and then maybe, you know, I see the bears really exceeding more in like a 3v3 situation or a 3v3 composition, where you have the wolf clan for the main damage, you have the goats for the you know, tile security, the constant feasting, and just general trading. Then you have the bear clan, which can go for more of the wolf clan will get a bunch of axe throwers, bear clan gets a bunch of shield bearers, goat clan gets a bunch of food and economy, and, you know, helps the other two. I don't see the bears being the one leading the charge. They'll take the damage, you know, but they're not going to be the ones dishing it out. And in terms of general gameplay, I don't think that you'll really see a whole lot of bear clan mains. You know, you'll have those people that do it and they'll be really good at it for, you know, because it's new and it's different and exciting. But in terms of a competitive standpoint, I would say that you'll probably only see them as more of like what's the term? I don't want to call it a one-trick pony, because obviously if you can kick people's butts with the bear clan, then you're very good at them. But in terms of general competitive, you know, you'll always see a lot more wolf clan and probably goat and stag than you will bear, just because they're a lot more reliable. Now, on to the tech. So I want to go through each one and then talk about what I think it's trying to do, and then how we can either leave it as is or improve it, because actually there's a few of them in here that I actually think they're pretty good. But again, I think there's also a few in there that need to be either tweaked or improved because of just how the bear clan currently is. So hibernation, straight off the bat. Obviously, so what it does is it heals during winter. So essentially, as long as you are in winter, your units will get a undisclosed amount of healing throughout all of winter. Which, what I think it's supposed to do is it's supposed to kind of incentivize the bear players to go out and be aggressive through winter. So essentially to make the wolf clan, goat clan, whatever clan that they are attacking, make their life a little bit more miserable, because then you'll have fur coats, then you'll have hibernation, and you'll really be able to do some damage. The problem is, at least in the current standing, the bear clan doesn't really have a whole lot of food to start off with and generally maintain. So yes, you can go for that winter push, but you'll also probably be starving, and you might even die because of your own push. You know, the reason that winter typically stops a lot of aggression is because most people are usually using all of their villagers to, you know, keep their food high or not starve. So, you know, while you have things like Winter Festival, excuse me, it's not enough to really combat that greatly reduced food production. So in my opinion, the way that you could possibly fix this or improve this is to completely remove the healing only through winter and make hibernation an ability on a per villager standpoint. So for example, if you just spawned in, you're building all your, you know, you're doing a scout lodge, villager hut, building tiles, you know, you're just doing your thing, and then a wolf comes in and attacks you, okay? What'll happen is, when you select the villager that is wounded, you can just click hibernate, and it'll essentially put the villager into like almost like a sleep trance, or it will restrict their movement or completely stop their movement to the point where they're physically not moving, and they stand there and just heal. You know, maybe they have to run back to the town hall or something and hibernate like inside the town hall to heal, and then after a set amount of time they come out, they're full HP, and they can go about doing whatever they want, you know. Again, in my current opinion, the way that hibernation currently works, it's just, you know, if I already have wounded units, I'm going to have a healer's hut regardless, you know. Hibernation is nice, But if I already have, if I'm taking enough damage that hibernation, I need hibernation drastically, I'm probably already going to have a healing hut anyways, because I'm used to doing it for all the other ones, and I'm only getting healed, what, 1/4 of the entire game? I think it's, what, winter is 4 months, I believe? 4 out of 12, 4 months out of a year. That's only 1/4. So, that's 3/4 of an entire year that I am not getting healed. And the Wolf Clan is attacking me during the spring. Anything else is attacking me during spring. There's a whole lot of things that attack me during summer, winter, fall, whatever, and I only have 1/4 of the entire year to get healed. So it's really an inert ability, because I'm going to need healers anyways for the rest of the year, so it doesn't help me. Protector of Land. This, in my opinion, is kind of like the eradication for the stag, where as long as you have and again, I think this ability is to try and incentivize players to have more shield bearers, because essentially what it does, it gives you +1 happiness per area with a training camp. So essentially, if you have a shield bearer camp, axe throwers, or just training camp on any tile, you get +1 happiness, which is, it's nice. It gives you more, larger army space. It gives you +1 happiness. And even if you're not going to use all of it, you can only, 80 wood for +1 happiness. It really isn't that bad. The problem with this, though, is, well, actually, let's jump back real quick. I think the incentive for this is it's going to, it's trying to get bear clans to be aggressive. But again, without the food, and the only time that you technically, at least in the current tech tree, you can only get healed through winter, your window of opportunity is very small, it's very narrow, and you really are going to be using your villagers for other things during winter besides trying to go out and be aggressive. Again, it could change in the future, it could change, as I'm talking about this. There currently is a combat patch that is going to be implemented sometime in the near future, which should take care of the constant, attack resetting that certain units can do right now. I actually wouldn't really change this trait. I think that it is a good trait, and if the Bear Clan's intent is to be more of this support, kind of, well, literal and metaphorical shield for the Bear Clan, Stag, etc., then this is a great ability. This is a great trait for them, and I think that if they do want to use them as a support class, it's a great trait. The next one, Harpoons. H-A-T-E. Hate it. This is one of the most painful and destructive traits for the Bear Clan, and the reason for that is you don't always spawn with fish. That's it. Sometimes your ally spawns with fish, sometimes you spawn with fish, sometimes you get both of your starting tiles with fish, sometimes the first fish tile is 4 tiles away and you're stuck with 2 farms and a deer, a hunter's lodge. The only time that you ever get this 20% bonus for, the fishermen, for the fish gatherer's hut, is basically pure RNG. And I don't think that that's really a good trait. For the, with the wolf, for example, every single time you kill a neutral tile, assuming it's a wolf or a bear, if it's a wolf, you get plus, I believe it's either 30 or 50, I'm gonna have to check, but you get food. Every time you kill a bear, plus 150, okay? I can guarantee food with the wolf. I can't guarantee food with the bear. And my current idea or way to fix this, since you already have most people going for long docks or harbors, add it on there, basically allowing sailors to get food, call it harpoons, leave it as is, and essentially what it does is it treats the sailors like fishermen. So as long as you have fishermen, or you have sailors going out and gathering lore, gathering revenue, and now gathering food, because this would be a bonus trait for them, you now, instead of your sailors being more of a hindrance or an economic you know, it's a win-loss for the sailors because you don't have them gathering food, but they gather you fame or lore plus a little bit of money. You know, this trait would greatly benefit them because now they're gathering food for you, they're gathering money, and now they're also gathering either fame or lore. And so it helps. It just helps, you know. There isn't an RNG factor to it. As long as you have a shore, which you always do, at least on your main base, you can at least guarantee some sort of, you know, sustainability with this talent. You know, it's not just, oh, thank goodness, you know, there's a fish tile 4 spaces away, or I have actually had I was streaming the Bear Clan. I was streaming a Bear Clan game where I had a fishing tile or a fishing pond spot about 2 tiles away, and then about one tile over where my ally was, there was another one, and I said to my ally, hey, can you please not capture this? I am the Bear Clan. I have harpoons, which gives me plus 20%. No. And I see that there's some fish next to it. Now here's the thing that my biggest beef. Okay, my biggest beef with the Bear Clan. Harpoons is one of the most situationally RTG dependent like ability I think that has ever been created for any clan. And what I mean by that is basically you could spawn with no fish tile, or no tiles with fish. That is a very possible outcome. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I basically mean you could spawn with fish, or you may not spawn with fish. It's totally up to the game and how it decides to spawn. Sometimes it gives you it, sometimes it doesn't, you know. It's very much a luck of the draw kind of thing, and that's not something that you really want to rely on for a clan, you know. You really don't want to rely on that. Can I take this tile for fish? I understand why the Bear Clan would have it, but in my opinion, I would love to see it more on something like the long dock, right? Where you can get that bonus fish or something, so it makes the bear, you know, have more security. There's always going to... My fish, okay? I am bear. I can get 20% more food. Like, I'm not trying to bullshit you, mate. That's what the Bear Clan can do. Relic of the Gods. He took the tile. What a player. What a player, dude. Thanks, B. Alright. So we're basically playing with an ally that refuses to work with me. That's great. I can't stop him, you know. And there goes, you know, plus 20% food that would have gotten. It's purely RNG right now, and I really don't think that it's a good talent in its current stance. Next one, Shield Mastery. This costs less, plus 20% HP increase or resistance. Essentially what I think this is incentivizing players to do is essentially just create more shield bearers. This comboed with Protector of Land, I think that essentially it's trying to incentivize the Bear Clan to, again, fulfill that support role for the bear, stag, etc., so that you have your shield bearers running in front, taking turret shots, tanking axe thrower shots, and allowing your allies with their axe throwers or with their Vikings, etc., to kind of come in much more safely. I think it's a great talent. I don't think that there's anything seriously wrong with it. Then again, though, I really haven't seen the bear play that aggressively. Typically, when I see the bear play, they're usually going for a more lore-heavy kind of rush, where you often see them playing a lot more of a defensive, I spawn in this spot, I'm going to drop down about 15 little rune stones, maybe I have a circle of stone, and then I'm going to get the lore victory, I'm going to be going for the lore win, you know. That's typically what I see a lot of times with bear players, because, you know, their style, their strategy greatly incentivize turtling. Excuse me. And finally, I wanted to talk about Winter Festival. This gives you food production, or the way that it works is the food reduction rate is reduced by 10%, and you gain +2 happiness. So essentially, when this is such a weird term, so such a weird phrasing. Essentially what it does is, when all of your food is cut in half, this increases your food production by 10%, if the more simplistic way to look at it. So essentially, if you're gaining, you know, if you're producing 10 food and then winter hits and you're only producing 5, this will give you a plus 10% boost to your winter production, which is really good. I mean, I actually think Winterfest is a fantastic ability, and again, I think the way that the Bear Clan is currently set up is it's trying to incentivize that, you know, outward attacking, but because of the bears RNG with harpoons and because of the, you know, skimpy like spawns that they sometimes have, you really can't be that aggressive bear. So that's just a few things. One thing I did want to also talk about is the, hang on a second, let me bring up Adobe Premiere. I wanted to talk about the Shield Maiden and the Armored Bear. Because I believe the Shield Maiden is basically just a war chief, just female basically, which, hey, that's cool. Don't have any problem with seeing QT 3.14s in Northgard. Oh, okay, so there's also a few, so here's a few starting bonuses, which I apparently missed in the beginning. So, food production lost during winter is reduced by 20%. So right off the bat, you get a nice 20% bonus buff, as well as once you get Winter Festival, essentially food production lost during winter is reduced by 30% total when you have Winter Festival. So you can summon an Armored Bear at your training camp, and instead of having reduced power, your military units gain plus 10 resistance bonus during winter. Essentially, again, that's trying to incentivize the Bear Clan to be more aggressive during winter, but a lot of times, especially just in terms of early game, you really can't, which is not a good thing. So, famous bonuses. Kindred Spirit. Having an Armored Bear or a Shield Maiden in an area increases local production by plus 15%. This requires about 200 fame. So, essentially speaking, this is, again, I feel like this ability in particular really favors a turtle mindset. And what I mean by that is, you could try and go out and be aggressive with all your bears and, you know, your shield bears, and sending out your Shield Maiden to go kill things during winter. Or when you find your food tile, you drop your Armored Bear on top of that thing, and you plus your winter, your food production resistance of plus 30% when you're going through winter, you essentially have a plus 15% food production bonus. So you have 30 plus the 15 for the bear or the Shield Maiden. I don't know if they stack or not. You have a plus 45 food production bonus through winter, which is really strong. It's very, very, very strong. The problem with this, though, is you become very, very quickly dependent on having either the Armored Bear or the Shield Maiden somewhere on your tile specifically. And again, this really incentivizes turtling for a specific lore win, or a specific win condition. So if you're going for trade, leave your bear on the place with your trading post and your marketplace, because you're going to have merchants there, and I'm assuming you're going to have one of those there to help, you know, increase crowns being generated and general trade, because you get that plus 15%. So you leave your bear on the food tile, you leave your Shield Maiden on the trade tile, and there you go. You're winning one of the win conditions besides domination. And while this is, you know, an option, I'm not going to slam it or shame it, because I think that, you know, promoting the other win conditions is always important. This does incentivize a turtle mentality. That's the only way you can really put it, because you drop a couple towers outside of your right on the edges of your base, you upgrade those guys, you drop nothing but, you know, shield bears, and you've got your Shield Maiden right on that line. You are very well defended from pretty much anything that tries to attack you. And for the last one, this is called the Bear Awakens. Close to what I was going for with the predictions, but oh well. You gain plus 5 fame per enemy unit killed in the area with a Shield Maiden. Requires 500 fame. So essentially, this is kind of like a a really ugly fusion between the Stag's Fame ability and the Wolf's Kill a Unit Get Food ability, and I really don't know where this is going. This ability just, it feels awkward, and what I mean by that is, if you're at 500 Fame already, and you're getting +5 Fame now, that means you probably are trying to, obviously you're trying to go for the, you know, if you plan to use this to the maximum ability, you're going to be going for the Fame bonus. If you're already at 500 Fame, that means you're probably either towards the mid or late stages of the game, where most things, if there's a wolf on the other team or on your team, has already been cleared. You know, so unless there's a Draugr camp that no one's really touched, just because, you know, or there's like that no man's land where there just happens to be a few, you know, random neutral tiles or Gates of Helheim, this one feels a little bit late. I would actually almost suggest we swap, excuse me, the 200 and 500, because Kindred Spirit is actually really powerful when you think about it, what you can do to, you know, wombo combo your production with it. You know, leave the bear on your food tile with all your villagers. That only, you know, rapidly increases the amount of food that you can produce. And again, I guess I can kind of splice in where I was streaming with the Bear Clan. You can see just how quickly I went from, it was a negative number to like +12 or 13. I mean, it was such a massive increase. Carved stones, basically. Well, I feel like I should probably upgrade my fields. Get over. Shut up and get over here. Why'd that -1 me? We want better houses. Are you serious? Wow! What the hell? I went from +1 to +12? Are you serious? Holy armored bears, Batman! It was just like, you know, why wasn't I just leaving the bear on this tile in the first place? Where with the Bear Awakens, ooh, +5 Fame. Okay, you know, I would rather, I don't even really care about the Bear Awakens. I want Kindred Spirit first. I'm so glad, because that's such a strong ability, you know. So that's really it for me, guys. I think the Bear Clan overall, it has the right characteristics for the Bear Clan. I just think that there's a little bit of space to improve. Bajarki. Let's Google translate this guy. B-J-A-R-K-I. It's Icelandic. Bjarki. So this is the Bjarki, also known as Bear Clan, and that's how Google Translate said it, so I can't be wrong because the internet never lies. Thank you to everyone that was here for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and tell me what you guys think. Obviously, you know, this game is still in early access, so the community's input is always, you know, very helpful to the developers at Share Games. So, of course, if you guys have a comment or opinion, please, you know, make your voice heard. This is why I do these videos. This is why I think you guys should be doing these, to help, you know, give more feedback to the devs. So, thank you guys. I hope you guys have a good day, good afternoon, good night. I'll see all you guys later, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. He's gonna just keep pushing in. I don't think he realizes this. What? What is he doing? No, you don't attack. They have larger numbers. Are you serious? Why would you attack into him? No, my man. That's no good. That's not good juju. That's really bad. My man, that's really bad. Okay, get the carved stone. Ghosaurus thought you would know better. Well, streamer sucks. Yeah, see, now he's gonna lose his war chief. Because axe throwers. Yeah, exactly. Never built the tower. What? What? No way! You rage quitting little bitch! No way! Loses war chief, rage quits. Fucking shit player. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. You were my buffer. I'm going to die now. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Holy shit, you've... Okay, alright. Oh my god. Or, yeah, lore master on here or not. Oh, hey, I just got the achievement scholar. Couldn't handle the saltiness. I guess so. What's... Hang on. Have 6 active rune stones or carved stones. That's kind of cool. Yep, here comes... Yeah, I think he just realized. Oh, man, this is bad. Oh, dude, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I don't have the money to... Oh, my God! No! You've got to be kidding! Oh, my God. I think I just lost. I think I just lost. Oh, my God. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding. Yes! Yes! Eat shit, ally! Oh, fuck me. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. That much. It was that close. All they had to... If they would have pushed fucking... I don't know, 3 minutes earlier, I would have lost. 3 minutes earlier and I would have lost.